Guys, back again to bring you another installment of Double Vision. It's been a long time since I made one of these, a brand new episode anyway. On this installment, I'll have none other than Psychopathtv, Zero Voorhees, and Jamie Myers, Horror from the Grave. Actually happy to have them on this. This is awesome. This would have been aired on YouTube, but I made the switch over to Fans of Horror, which is a better switch in my opinion. I'm just glad everybody's here, kicks ass. So I'm going to start airing the double visions right here, exclusively to this channel only. So if you want to watch double visions, you have to come to Fans of Horror. In the movie, me and Zero and Jamie picked to do is The Prowler. 1981 classic, fantastic movie by Joseph Zito. Tom Savini's best work in my opinion. Sure, he did some awesome stuff in Friday the 13th. The Burning, and I mean Maniac's stuff was cool, but I really wasn't a fan of Maniac, except for that first scene in the beginning of the movie where the dude jumps on top of the car, shoots through the window with the shotgun and blows that dude's head off. That was like the coolest part of the whole movie in my opinion. But this one, man, blows it out the water. The Prowler. The troops are coming home from war, and one of the soldiers has sent a letter from a girl named Rosemary, and she states that she can no longer wait for him. She's moving on with her life. Supposedly she got somebody else, and she doesn't want him anymore. Says we could be friends when you come back from the war, when the war is over. Then in 1945 there's a graduation dance being held. A bunch of people there partying because the war is over and stuff. A couple decides they're going to go leave the dance, and they get in the car and they go to this like area where there's like water and like a bridge and a gazebo. They sit in there and they make out and stuff. All of a sudden you see the Prowler gearing up. He's lacing up his boots, he's putting his knife inside, everything. He's ready to fuck some shit up. They're sitting there, they hear a noise, the lights go out. They don't think anything of it, they think everything's cool. They start making out. All of a sudden comes up with a big ass pitchfork, jabs it through the back of the dude all the way through the girl, puts his boot on it and crushes it down into him, all the way down in through both of them, and blood just oozes out the back. Then it flashes forward to 1980, and they're preparing for another graduation dance, and the Prowler is not happy about this. My favorite scene is where the Prowler is gearing up. He's loading up his shotgun, he's got his big long knife, he's zipping up his jacket, lacing up his boots. I mean, he's getting ready for the slaughter. Heads over to the dorms, and this girl's in the shower. She's taking a shower, and everybody's done left the dorms. They went to the dance. She doesn't know there's anybody in the dorm. She thinks she's by herself. Her boyfriend comes up, scares her. They start talking, and she says, "You want to get in the shower? Go get undressed." So he goes in the bedroom and starts to get undressed, and like sits down on the bed or something. All of a sudden, somebody comes up from behind him, covers his mouth, shoves a big long ass blade through the top of his head all the way down through here, and then pulls it back out, and his eyes go in the back of his head. So fucking cool. Then he grabs the pitchfork, heads for the bathroom. She thinks it's her boyfriend. He opens his door, has a big old pitchfork, and she starts screaming. He jabs it through her stomach, pushes that motherfucker all the way through, pinning her up against the wall of the shower. Oh, I was like, God damn, man, this shit in this movie is insanely good. From there on, the main character in this movie finds out that there's a Prowler because she sees him, and she tries to run away from him, but he goes after her. She does get away and warns the one of the police officers that's like her boyfriend or something, and they go and check the dorms, but they don't find anything, but they know something's wrong, so they warn the people at the dance not to go anywhere. Well, this one girl, she gets out and goes to a pool before that happens, and she's swimming in the pool, you know, having a good old time, taking a dip. Really snotty bitch. She gets ready to get out, and all of a sudden you see this boot just kick her right in the fucking head. I mean, seriously, like a football punt. Bitch goes flying back in the pool. She's like out of it, trying to figure out where the hell she's at. All of a sudden she's looking around, finding out who did it, where he is, He comes up from behind her, grabs her mouth, and slits her neck, and seriously saws into her neck, man. You can see it moving around and shit. And drops her in the water, like real slow, like. And you can see, like, when she's under the water, you can see her neck cut, and the blood just kind of slowly flowing out. It's so fucking cool. I guess the principal or teacher at the dorm goes to look for her and finds the blood in the pool. And she gets scared and she gets ready to run. He hurries up and snags her, pulls her up against the gate, jabs a knife through her neck. There's a scene I must point out in this movie. There's a bedroom and it's got all this furniture covered by cloths, and there's like a bed in there. The Prowler's going after the main girl in this movie, and she hides under the bed. And it's like in every one of these movies, man, this, Friday the 13th, and some others that I've seen, where the girl will go and hide under the bed to try to get away from the killer, and she's like trying not to scream or whatever, and a rat will come up in there, and it's like she's trying to avoid the rat. Why is it there's always a rat that goes under the bed? I'm just like, what the fuck, man? That's like the second or third movie I've noticed that. Me personally, if some psychopath was coming after me, and I was hiding under the bed, and a rat came under there, I would just be like, fuck it. Just fuck that shit. Rat can nibble on my ass. I'd rather a rat nibble on my ass than somebody shoot my ass or stab my ass. But I had to point that out. The head explosion at the end of this movie will make you say, God damn. All I can say, man, The Prowler is a must-buy. If you have not seen this, this is one of Tom Savini's best work as far as special effects and makeup go. This is a perfect example of a great 80s slasher that is not very known. This is one that gets overlooked, and it really shouldn't because it's excellent. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Psychopath TV and let them drop their knowledge on you. And I'll catch you guys later.
It was 1945, the night of the graduation dance. The war overseas had just ended. The terror at home,
Roy,
was about to begin.
Roy?
Come on, kid. Don't play hard to get. What about New Year's Eve?
Well, that was different. I couldn't help myself.
The Prowler. If he wants you, he'll get you. Tonight, the terror begins again.
They never found out who did it. But it had to be someone in town, someone who knew that she was called Rose. And Mark, that guy still might be around here.
Oh, man, I don't believe this. You're talking about something that happened over 30 years ago.
Whenever the time was right, he'd come back. The Prowler. If he wants you, he'll get you. Night after night, he waited for her. The Prowler. If he gets you, you'll wish you were dead. just when you catch your breath, it starts all over again. You may think you're safe, but you're dead wrong. The Prowler, coming soon.
Greetings from the grave. I'm Haddonfield's homeboy, Jamie Myers.
And I'm the Killer King of Crystal Lake, Zero Voorhees. This is Horror from the Grave on Psychopathtv and a Residentvania double vision. So, here it is. The movie we have chosen, The Prowler. Originally,
Prowler.
The Prowler. Originally, it was supposed to be
Rosemary's Killer.
Rosemary's Killer. Let's start with that. What would you prefer, The Prowler or Rosemary's Killer?
Rosemary's Killer.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm kind of 50-50 split on the situation here, but honestly, I don't know. I like them both.
I do too. That's why I'm sitting here like, I like Rosemary's Killer because it attracts you to the story, and it is Rosemary's Killer.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, and he's also the Prowler because they call him the Prowler when they're having that whole dance thing. All right, so how it goes down is it's 1945. The troops are coming home. What I thought was cool is they show the Queen Mary, which is like one of the most haunted ships in the world. And it's in the LBC, if you ever want to go check it out. Long Beach, Compton. It's not Compton, but, you know, Long Beach. It's in the Long Beach area. Long Beach, California. Anywho, you know, so it had that history thing. That was cool. Basically, a World War II vet comes back and
Gets a Dear John letter.
gets the old Dear John. Not only have you been dealing with death, not on a daily basis, this is World War II, on an hourly basis.
Now you have to deal
Going elbows deep in Nazi guts and, you know, one of the most brutal wars in history. Everyone's like, oh, Iraq and Afghanistan, we're losing 3 soldiers a day. World War II, they lost 3 soldiers a minute. They lost 3 soldiers a second. I mean, this was war. That's what it had its own. It was a sequel. That's how powerful it was.
Yep.
So he gets the Dear John letter and comes back home, which I thought was cool was you didn't know really how long it was because they kind of blocked the corner of the date she's writing the Dear John letter, so you don't know, like, how long he had to carry that.
Yeah.
You know, you're in war, and now every time you close your eyes, you're picturing your girl, your Rosemary, your Rose.
Getting balls deep by some other Johnson.
Yeah, stateside Jody is the military term for that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
That's what we do here, people. We try to educate as much. We try to educate, and with my sons have proven, we impregnate. So, so, you know, he's carrying that, he's going through war, he comes home, finds her in the arms of stateside Jody, and just pitchforks him right there. It was at the graduation dance.
Yep.
So the graduation dance goes on again 35 years later, and it triggers the killer. Now, I'm sure all of you have seen The Prowler. So if we spoil anything, it's your own damn fault for slacking. The sheriff. I'm going on a fishing trip. Should have saw that coming.
Fishing trip my ass.
Yeah.
But it worked perfect, though, because they set you up because he had a yearly fishing trip at that same time. So you just
didn't
figured
really, it was just
normal
that,
run-of-the-mill every year. Sheriff goes on a fishing trip,
yeah,
so
sheriff's
deputy's got to get in charge for a few days.
Got to pull the belt buckle up with the gun with no ammo or handcuffs.
Yeah.
I always look at shit like that and I'm like, God, life must have been really more simpler than I thought in 1980.
Yep.
I'll defend this town with 6 bullets. And that's it. That's all I need. So, yeah, the dim-witted deputy, in a sense, is left there. But, you know, he kind of gets it along. The kills in this movie, done by the master Tom Savini, the kills are off the charts.
Oh, yeah.
I would say my favorite kill was, the favorite kill scene was the chick was getting out of the pool. And he's just
That's what it's all about.
and, you know, she's going into those convulsions in the water, and then you got that suspense. You know, it's back in the day they didn't just hack them right away. They like doing a little bit of that hunt and tease because you know it was back in the 80s. You know,
Stalk and
it was
slash,
still
baby.
pretty new, right? It was
And see, would you guys be like, well, a kick in the head wouldn't hurt that bad. But see, you gotta remember, this is a kick in the head from a World War II boot. Kick the fucking field goal with that one.
Yeah, that was some.
And then after he kicks her in the head and she's dazed out in the water, he proceeds to slash her neck.
Deep, dude, deep.
Dirty.
And you see what I'm saying?
Fucking dirty.
No fucking CGI anywhere in that movie. None whatsoever. Because Tom Savini knew how to make it work.
Yes, we do.
Classic, great, brutal stalk and slash.
Fuck yeah.
The nostalgia's there, the elements there. You feel like you're in it type thing, you know. I love that. And all around, the Prowler is just one of the sickest.
And the sheriff getting his head taken off at the end.
Oh,
fucking A.
damn. That wasn't CGI?
Fuck, no, it wasn't. That was real.
That
That's
was
real.
CGI.
That's real with the real shotgun and everything.
Yeah,
And
with the prosthetic head and everything.
yeah, but it's a real shotgun.
Yep,
and
real
all
bullets,
that shit.
real gooey
what he
stuff
did
inside.
was he used shrimp dip
That would do it.
and fucking apple cores and threw all that shit in that head, man. He said, we're going to take this fucker off for real.
Nice.
A real fucking shotgun. That's out of Savini's own mouth.
See? And now,
And
you
look
know,
how epic that shit looked.
it is badass.
Like, that whole end segment is so fucking bloody, man. You get more blood in that than you do in a lot of shit.
Right on. So we'd just like to say to Residentvania, it's been an honor doing this double vision and reviewing the Prowler. Highly recommended. 6 out of 6 bloody machetes. It's the shit. Check it out.